A, D, 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 F sharp, A will be the first notes of our show.
We'll start with the seed of an idea,
then plant it onto paper with a Dixon Ticonderoga, and then watch it sprout into a
musical, and nothing's as amazing as a musical, with song and dance and sweet romance and happy. Why should I choose? Life is full of contradictions, every inch a mile. At the moment we start weeping, that's when we should smile. In every heaven you'll find some hell dream. Welcome back to Spooky Morning Hell Dream. You are having a Spooky Morning Hell Dream now.
And now I've gone and done it again. I committed another awful sin. I left my mission companion all alone.
Spooky Juice.
Oh God, how could I have done this to you? How could I break Rule 72? And now my soul has just been thrown back into Spooky Morning Hell Dream.
Down, down to Satan's realm, see where you belong. There is nothing you can do, no escape from Spooky Morning Hell Dream. You blamed your brother for eating the donuts, and now you walk out on your mission companion? You're a
dick. I'd normally slap your face off, and everyone here could watch. But I'm feeling nice. Here's some advice. Listen up, biatch. I like looking hot, buying stuff they cannot. I like drinking hard, maxing dad's credit card. I like skipping gym, scaring her, screwing him. I like killer clothes, kicking nerds in the nose. If you like the balls, you can go play dolls. Let your mommy fix you a snack. Whoa! Or you could come smoke, pound some rum and coke in my Porsche with the quarterback. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Honey, what you waiting for? Welcome to my candy store. Time for you to prove you're not a loser anymore. You can step into my candy store. Nice wall at your feet, pay the check, help you cheat. All you have to do, say goodbye. Good Lord, that's what's swell about spelling bees. I am floored by how last year's big cheese becomes this year's disaster and exits with new humility. It's a wide open jamboree when winners lose surprisingly. Now I love what I see. I see hope and possibility when the favorite loses.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 Duel Commandments. It's the 10 Duel Commandments. Number 1.
The challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action.
Number 2.
If they don't, grab a friend, that's your second.
Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3.
Have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially between recruits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
If they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and the doctor on site.
You pay them in advance, You treat him with civility.
You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
5,
More before the sun is in the
Sky and told my father I'd fly for the rest of my life. And I got my first job flying for a mortician in a tiny Bonanza, just a corpse and me. $5 an hour for flying dead bodies. I had to climb over their faces just to get to my seat. Then suddenly the wheels lift off, the ground is falling backwards. I am suddenly alive. Suddenly I'm in the cockpit. Suddenly everything's changed. Suddenly I'm not too young or too short, and the passengers in the back don't complain. Suddenly I'm flying company charters. Suddenly everything's high. Suddenly there's nothing in between me and the sky. American Airlines had the prettiest planes, so I applied as a flight engineer. But the World War II pilots, they all complained. They said, girl,
And she'll be like, I'm nothing, just running the world. And you'll be like, what? And the universe will be like, I know. You're on the right track, girl. I got your back, girl. I'm helping you grow. Think positive, act positive. You are a child of the earth. Life coaching, nailing it. Time to take command. You dictate the hand the universe deals. Look, science makes no sense. Who needs evidence? Go with your feels. I'm like a radio tuned to the stars. So many stars tonight. You could make diamonds dull. You are so beautiful. I see stars. You shine as bright as day. I will look out for you. We'll light each other's way. You're all stars. See, I went low, not high. That was my problem. Mine. Don't be frightened like me. The darker the night, the brighter you shine. Plastic don't shine, glitter don't shine. Rhinestones don't shine the way you do. You are on fire and he burned down the house. Whoa, I thought I was dreaming. Everybody was screaming. When a rich set a fire and he burned down the house. When a rich set a fire and he burned down the house. OMG, Brooke, answer me. Look, wait until I tell you what I saw. Ignore. And also space and frowny face. I'm sorry that Jeremy made out with me at the party, but it was totally his fault. And let's not let boys ever come between us ever again, okay? Smiley face, lipstick, kitty paw.
hey,
We cool?
We are.
Okay, so at the end of last night's party, did you see Rich?
No, I was
So
crying.
he's behaving weird and I was frightened, 'cause I feared his state was heightened.
He's gotta learn to not really
Smoke or drink gin like I do. Yet when we're walking together, they sneer if I'm holding her hand. But if they could see her through my eyes, maybe they'd all understand. Why can't they leave us?
alone in the universe. So alone in the universe. My own planets and stars are glowing.
Alone in the universe.
No one notices anything. Not one person is listening, they don't have any way of knowing.
Nobody knows that I have wings.
I have wings.
And I can fly.
I can fly
around the moon and far beyond the sky. Well, someday soon you will hear my plea. One small voice in the universe.
one true
Friends on a perfect day. We walk a while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. Bike the Appalachian Trail, or write a book, or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us, but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say, me too. And we talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way, this way. All we see is
light, but we've waited far too long for all that's wrong to be made right.
Day after day, wishing all our cares away, trying to fight the things we feel, but some hurts never heal. Some ghosts are never gone, but we go on. We still go on, and you find some way to survive, and you find out you don't have to be happy at all. To be happy, you're alive. Day after day, all on my own. Will we ever meet again? One more day with him, not caring. I was born to be with you. What a life I might have known. And I swear I will be true. But he never saw me
one more day before the storm. Do I follow where she goes? At the barricade of freedom. Shall I join my brothers there? When our ranks begin to fall. Do I stay and do I dare? Will you take your place with me? One day more. One more day to revolution. We will nip it in the bud. We'll be ready for these schoolboys. They will wet them someday.
Blood off my hands. I even knew they were dead. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. I didn't do it, but if I'd done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I loved Alvin Lipschitz more than I can possibly say. He was a real artistic guy. Sensitive. A painter. But he was troubled. He was always trying to find himself. He'd go out every night looking for himself.
And along the way, he found Ruth, Gladys, Rosemary, and Irving. I guess you could say we broke up because of artistic differences. He saw himself as alive, and I saw him
dead. He is not yet dead. That's what the geezer said. No, he's not yet dead. That man is off his head. He is not yet dead. Put him back in bed. Keep him on the cot because he's not yet dead. Well, now he's dead. You whacked him on the head, so now he's dead. It makes me just bed. You are such a brute. The murder that'll brute. The homicidal bastard, now he's really dead. Who is the knave? Who is his way? And who needs to manage his anger?
My name is Lancelot. I'm big and strong and
hot outside. Turn up the AC. Stay here with me.
I should tell you I'm disaster. I forget how to begin it.
Let's just make this part go faster. I have yet to be in it. I should tell you.
I should tell you.
I should tell you.
I should tell you.
I should tell I blew the candle out just to get back in.
I'd forgotten how to smile until your candle burned my
skin. I will not be a mandolin that someone strums and puts away until he gets the urge to play. I resolve.
Here, in the middle of freaking New York City, blurting out proposals and holding Cabaret. And what am I doing here with Claire, trying to push our lives somewhere she clearly doesn't want, since she is gone? And if we're moving nowhere, should I move on? I moved to the city, and I thought I couldn't take it. And certainly I never thought I'd stay. But then she came along and was the one thing in the city that made me feel like I belonged here every single
day. Starts like the rest we've seen, another carbon copy of an old routine.
Days keep coming,
one out, one in,
they keep coming.
And make that coffee strong enough to chew.
I don't know what I wish I had, but there's no time now for thinking things like that. We got too much to do,
too much to do.
All these same things we're always opening up, letting the day in. Over a cup, we'll say hello. How you been? Looking around, seeing the same things every day brings. Hello, how you been? Thank you, come again. Some things never change.
I wouldn't call this place a happy end, but I've been round the block and just came back again. A small town like ours ain't much, but sometimes home is where your ass ends up.
Order up.
Ordered up is how the day will find me. Everything in its place and
time of schmoozing. I would build a dress that's in my head, a dress to file the mad desire of girls from here to Minsk. But I have no more hours left to sew.
Then the clock upon the wall began to glow. And the clock said, na 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 na, oh shmool, you get to be happy. Na 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 na, I give you unlimited time.
Na, 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 so Shmuel go show and be happy. But Shmuel said, no, no, it's not my lot. I've got to make it do with the time I've got. Oh, look at the time. Shmuel was done at 10:30, and he said, good night, old Klimovich. Put on his coat to go, but then the clock cried,
wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach ya. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I am the one thing in
life to life, L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be. Here's to my bride to be. Drink L'chaim to life, L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim to life. Life has a way of confusing us, blessing and bruising us. Drink L'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? To life, L'chaim. To title my daughter, my wife. It gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink L'chaim to life! Red vodka!
Yes, Laser Wolf.
Drinks for everybody!
Oh! What's the occasion?
I'm taking myself a bride. Tevye's eldest, Seussical!
Laser Wolf.
To Tevye.
To Seussical, your daughter.
My wife!
May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Drink L'chaim to life. We'll raise a
glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. But every
sun, what are the odds? Scientists say they're about an octillion to 1. The first amino acid sits alone in a puddle, feeling lonely and somewhat incomplete. And when he least expects it, he suddenly finds himself metabolizing from the heat.
And then to his surprise, he suddenly multiplies. And every millisecond he celebrates a new birth. And soon he makes his way through all of the oceans. He's a part of every plant and dinosaur on the earth. Whoa, dinosaur. Oh, that amino acid is the key that will open the door, which it only makes a person gladly want to even more. I could understand a person if he said to go away. I could understand a person if he happened to be
gay. No, not because we're gay. We're close, but not that way. The only man that I love is my dad. Well, anyway, you're getting better every day. I'm getting better every day. You're getting better every day. Hey, 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 hey! 'Cause all that it takes is a little It's easy to change if you give it your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely, miss you dearly. Sincerely me. Sincerely me. Sincerely me. Sincerely me.
So, I'm ready to put the show out there. How do we end it?
Good question. We can't just keep adding in everything that happens to us.
Let's just step off. Let's just put the show out there and see what happens.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, it's the end of the road. Oh, what a long road we hold. And now we have to let go. This is the last line of our show.